What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We're watching another episode of Andor today. I am really excited to get into this one and see what's going to happen next with this prison, this factory prison where they're making parts for something. I'm curious what role Andy Serkis is going to have going into this. I'm wondering if he's going to survive. And then we have also got Forrest Whitaker in this now. I'm sure he's going to have a part to play somehow. And honestly, the names in this show are kind of confusing because I was calling Andor's friend Biggs, but it's Bix. The way they say it makes it sound like they're saying Biggs. So, I'm sure I'm getting other names wrong too. It's hard to remember the names in Star Wars for me. I don't know what it is. Alright, well, I'm really anxious to see what happens next, so let's go ahead and jump into episode 9. I really like how they changed the theme. It's slightly different each time.
I don't like wasting time. You pull in the net, and the easy thing is to assume that everything you've dragged to shore is a fish. But I take a more nuanced view. So here's what we'll do, Bix. I'll tell you everything I know to be true, and in doing so, perhaps convince you to cooperate without intervention. We have Dr. Gorst, who's developed a unique interview system some of us are very excited about. As you now know, we brought in Salman Park last night. For a man with very little actual rebellious activity on his resume, he was remarkably resistant.
It's a good thing Luthen didn't answer that call.
In the end, it was a very poor decision on his part. We learned everything we needed to know, and quite frankly, it hardly seems worth the price he's paid. He was sent the fractal radio unit you used yesterday afternoon. Did you know Salman Park was paid to keep that radio alive? Did you know you were the only one to use it? Were you aware that the buyer, your contact, met Park only once before being turned over to you?
You want to answer these questions, or just gonna keep asking them?
You're in my net, Biggs. Are you a fish or are you a thief? Now, I would prefer a conversation rather than put Dr. Gorst back to work, but that, for the moment, is entirely up to you.
You're ISB, aren't you? Worst of the worst.
Worst of the worst.
You seem to enjoy this.
Going to tell me all about Cassie and Andor and their relationship?
They don't have a relationship.
Well, this is not good. He's probably gonna go after his mom, too.
I don't know the buyer.
Really? Well, Salman Park says you've had at least 6 meetings he's aware of. He says you sit up on that radio for hours at a time.
Sometimes he answers. He comes, he buys, he leaves.
He and Andor, blowing up buildings and killing security guards. You're injured trying to warn them. Your co-worker is killed trying to win your freedom. That sounds to me like a nest of relationships. When was the last time you spoke with Cassie and Andor?
She's not gonna give you nothing.
The very worst thing you can do right now is bore me.
She's pretty evil right now. Now I feel bad for rooting for her.
She's all yours, Dr. Gorst.
Thank you.
Man, that was an intense scene.
They won't be short-handed all day. There's a new man coming down. We can take the ship if we push.
We're already up on 4.
I could use a couple now. 2 less than threat.
Take a run for the win.
My hand.
I might need some help.
Let's switch. What? Come on. Yes.
Switch up.
Why? Keep us fancy. It's a better way of saying that. A hamster.
Be 41 shift tomorrow. You are the next man out. You are the shortest of the short. Swap your idea.
Me? No. It's Tiger. You get it. Hoorah.
He's going home.
You man for them today. Always the next day, right?
Oh, the restraints are nothing to be feared. There's nothing intrinsically physical about this process, but we've had some early trials that were a bit chaotic.
What kind of twisted shit is this?
There's an outer rim moon called Dizon Frey. There was a sentient species there, quite unusual. Extremely hostile to the concept of an imperial refueling centre that was being planned. They make a sound as they die, a sort of choral, agonised pleading. We've taken the recordings and modified them slightly, layering, adjusting, and we found a section of what we believe are primarily children, which has its own particular effect.
So they've replicated a sound that's going to make her tell the truth? Or torture her or something?
I feel that way to you. If you're having difficulty speaking, just shake your head from side to side.
You'll want to be sure of that, Bix. That you're cooperating fully. It's repeat listenings that cause the most damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's get on with it.
Like Andor's up to something.
On program.
Man.
Everyone hold positions.
Got a lot of work to do there.
Two men back. Two weapons.
No boots.
Silence! He's touching the rail.
Believe me now, the elevator's not wired. Nothing that moves can fry you.
I have a new idea. Don't wait. We attack while they're coming down. Now.
They'll just go back up.
No. We make it stop. We shut it down halfway. Take one guard, one weapon.
This is Unit 52D. Level 5.
Don't put them away. Shall we begin?
Begin?
When was the last time you spoke with Cassian Andor?
Ready up. Ready? Ready now.
We're up a rack with an hour left. What? What's on now?
Just talked about this. He told you 2 minutes ago.
One rack up. Hours to lose. Sir?
What are you waiting for?
Keep her here. Keep her alive.
As a hostage?
She's a witness. She's the only one we've got who can identify access.
The senator from Chandrila stands with those in opposition to the Emperor's new public safety legislation. The Public Order Resentencing Directive is the next step on an all too predictable march toward complete, unchallenged authority. Our first responsibility is to the citizens who have sent us here. I stand here today to speak with senators who've come with open minds.
They called from the residence. Your cousin, she's arrived.
Cousin?
At the embassy. She's there now.
Well, they said you'd want to know.
They could keep us here forever if they wanted to.
It's enough from you, Melchie.
Something's wrong.
Whatever it is, they're taking their time about it.
What's going on? What are they saying?
You're right here.
I'm fine.
Level 2, far side. Stand up. Something broken. What's he saying?
Level 2.
What's he saying? What was that?
It's nothing. Someone didn't load in. They are counting.
So they cut the power.
It's 2. Something's wrong on 2. They're going too fast. I can't read it.
Everybody calm down!
Something's really wrong on 2.
You haven't got a clue what they are saying. Level 2, far side. Level 2, are you all scrambled or something? How many hands does it take for one word to get through up here?
It's a long way, Kino, yes, but you're going to...
Standing ranks. On program. Feet down. Face front. Bridges on program.
What's going on?
More shift. Proceed immediately to their stations.
Aunt Belle's been to Tassia Moon. Look what she brought me.
Your father may have an opinion. We'll see if he lets you wear it.
He lets me do anything I want.
Veil's her
Why don't you go
Cousin.
try it on?
Huh.
Where have you been? Travelling. 6 months. There's a lot to see. I don't have enough to worry about.
The Empire doesn't rest, Mon. The rebellion comes first. We take what's left. Just came through to see you first and get cleaned up a bit.
Seriously, Vel, what does he have you doing?
Is it Vale or Vel?
Trapped here, boxed in.
It's great.
Please tell me you're being careful.
Things
It's been
are
wrong this
happening.
whole time.
There's no other way.
It fits.
You never think about escaping?
You know, I won't answer that. You flap that mouth if it was any longer, you'll regret it.
How many guards on each level?
You want out of here alive, turn that part of your mind off.
How many shifts do you have left?
217.
Tell me what you know before you go.
You've been warned.
You think they care what we say?
You're on your own with this.
Why? You think they're listening? We are nothing to them. Melch is right. We're cheaper than droids and easier to replace. You think they care what
He
we say?
doesn't want to hear it.
Nobody's listening. Nobody. How many guards on each level? Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening!
But no ID on your access. He's still just the buyer.
It's disappointing, I know, but it does suggest the scope of what he's doing. Colleen gave us a list of every piece of gear that came through Ferrix, and we think we've already got a match to a targeting unit recovered from a safe house operated by a rebel cell associated with Maya Pay.
He's the local thief, right? The runaway murderer?
Andor returned to Ferrix 3 nights after Aldani with money in his pocket.
Couldn't that be from the sale of the Star Path?
Can't be. They left it behind, right? You're trying to connect Aldani.
Question.
Okay.
Describe his appearance. Answer. He shaved his beard. The rebels at Aldani were clean-shaven. And 2 soldiers from the garrison who got a look at him felt there was some similarity to our reference picture.
Well, that's worth running down.
You didn't question the mother?
I decided to wait. Better now leaving her in place and standing back. She's too old and frail for anything serious, and if nothing else, she's our bait.
So they won't interrogate her because they know she'll die. And they need her to lure Andor.
They will find out.
They're all gone.
Who said both shifts? 100 men. That can't be right. He heard nothing. What did he say? They're all dead. He said they'd find the whole bridge. They can't. He told Zinska. Why? Ask him.
On program, feet down. We will have immediate facility compliance when we will begin activating.
What did he say?
Try to escape.
What happened to... Yeah, we don't know.
He set them all free.
Ride them all.
Gino, program!
Gino. The less they think we know, the better.
Hold your program! Tighten up and listen! It's a rumor! We have heard nothing. It's just another day, another shift. So let's keep our mouths shut, keep our heads down, until we know what's going on.
I'm glad they got Andy Serkis in this.
Home late, up early, dressed and groomed, trimmed your hair. Something I should know.
I told you not to leave dinner out last night. You've been searching in my room again.
It's called cleaning. I like a tidy house.
You've been in my private box. I have ways of knowing.
Does he ever eat anything other than cereal?
I find you a job. I press your uniform. I prepare 2 meals a day. I move mountains to scrape you off the floor and put you back on your feet. And what do I reap? What is the return on my investment? A stranger.
Oh, that's new. You want to remember that.
All that time away on Morlana. What if I'd let your neglect drive me insane? Imagine that. Imagine I cracked under the weight of your neglect. Imagine I cracked and wasn't here now to pick up the pieces.
I've been promoted.
I knew they'd recognize your
Oh my god.
The demands of my time will be increased.
Uncle Harlow will be so pleased.
What a psycho. No wonder this guy's so messed up.
go today?
Yes, the pilgrimage.
Find yourself a husband?
Wasn't on my list of things to do. All the good ones are taken.
We've had an influx of Chandroners here recently.
Yikes.
You remember Tay Colmer?
I do. Mother's old boyfriend.
At least you've not gone political, Val. All the interesting people are getting very tedious these days.
No one ever calls me tedious. Is that all it is?
I don't have enough to worry about.
Anything I can do?
Yes. Be a spoiled rich girl for a while. Remind people that's who you are.
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark. We're making something of our lives.
He's not looking so good. Did he actually get a promotion? Or was he just telling his mother that? Oh, God.
Seril Karn,
I know who you are.
I wanted to thank you for the promotion.
I had nothing to do with it.
Well, my boss seems to think that you did.
We simply gave you a clean bill of health. Have you been waiting out here?
Yes. I'd never lie to you.
Okay.
And to follow on, try to follow on the conversation we had last month.
That wasn't a conversation. You were brought in for question. Are you stalking me?
This guy's something else.
I come sometimes to see if I'll see you.
I am an ISB supervisor.
I thought I was done. After meeting you and discovering you understood how dangerous Cassian Andor was, and just being in your presence,
Oh my
I
God!
realized that life was worth living. I realized that if nothing else, there was justice and beauty in the galaxy, and if it just kept going.
This guy's
That's my
pretty
dream,
insane.
That there was something better fated for me in the future was a dream worth clinging to.
I have already given you a second chance. You come near me again, you pursue any of this, and I swear I'll have you in a cage on the outer rim.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, this guy can't take a hint.
There you are. Just came in. They picked up a rebel pilot an hour ago.
From our target list?
No, random, but he's using a stolen Imperial masking unit.
Get Dr. Gorst. Send him out there immediately.
I already did. He's on his way.
I've been over the accounts. There were better ways to do this. If we plan on making any further donations, we need to be sure that the work you've done so far isn't going to come back to haunt you.
It can't all be hidden.
There's a 400,000 credit withdrawal that's proving a bit of a problem. It appears on the ledger, then it vanishes.
How much trouble am I in?
There's no trouble at all unless they scan the accounts.
But that's coming. I need a loan.
A certain kind of loan.
You seem to have thought this through.
We need a Chandrilan banker. It's not a long list.
And yet you're afraid to say who it is.
Davos Cullen.
Davos?
He is not a banker. He's a thug.
The wealthiest thug of them all.
Don't tell me you've spoken to him already.
I wanted to bring you a solution.
You told him
That you're feeling constricted by the new tax laws. It's common enough.
a senator, 400,000 listening. What do you think?
I think it's just like everyone else he works with. You want what's yours.
Davos Gulden here. You must be joking.
I pushed back, but
It was a routine customs check.
Totally random.
Just the pilot.
He was the only one on board.
And no witnesses.
That's the beauty of it, sir. He flashed an Imperial profile for a moment, then vanished. They thought it was odd and pursued.
Any chance he radioed home before they got
He swears he didn't.
We've got a rebel pilot in custody, one of Anton Krieger's group. He was picked up at a customs check. We don't think Krieger knows he's gone missing yet. He's telling us there's a raid planned on the power station at Spella. Exactly. We don't want Krieger getting spooked. Can't hang on to him. We can't let him go.
Destroy the ship. Make it look like an accident.
There's too much at stake. If I were Krieger, I'd be suspicious.
We want Krieger moving forward.
What if we foul the ship? An accident, something mechanical. Have the pilot found dead in the cockpit. What would happen?
They'd have to find it, but they'd tow it into Kafrine.
If we did it quickly, staged it properly, let it drift into traffic.
Make it so top priority, quickly and carefully we leave no trace.
Alright. Some Black Ops stuff here. What's happening with this dude? Is he ill?
On program.
Come in.
Doctor, it's the cell.
All right. Take his head.
Let's go. Tell me we need a med tech up here. You. Get going.
I don't think this guy's making it out alive.
On program.
I think they're just gonna dispose of him.
Let's go.
The cell's soon enough. Haven't seen you for a while.
I haven't gone anywhere.
His name's Olaf.
I've seen him before. Hold that.
Only got 40 shifts left. Just want to get him up and about.
Look at me, brother. His name is Olaf. I don't want to know his name.
Get him back on his feet.
That's another option.
What? He can't save you.
Nothing to save. He's had a massive stroke.
Damn. Stroke.
I can't help him. I can't help anyone. I need a bag and a trolley.
He's coming.
They're just gonna kill him.
He's lucky. He'll pass peacefully, which is more than I can say for the rest of us. What happened on level 2? You want to keep your men in line.
Damn, dude, this is crazy.
You'll feel nothing.
I feel like all the
He's passed.
the evil shit is usually like cartoonishly evil. This is like a whole nother level. Like the stuff we're seeing in this show.
What happened down on 2? I need a bag and a trolley. They made a mistake. A man who was just released on 4 ended up back on 2 the next day. Word got out on the floor and then they killed them all.
You need those other men there.
Oh, there you
They're
go.
just leaving.
Now.
You never get out.
If it was released, you heard me.
Up, hands on your heads. Move. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
How many guards on each level?
More than 12.
Man, it's really crazy seeing just how evil the Empire is. On a more personal level now. On a more human level. Like, this feels a lot more evil than blowing up a whole planet. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's more drawn out. At least the people on Alderaan who died instantly without really knowing what was going to happen. You know, they didn't die. They had no fear when they died. I don't know. It feels like some outside force is going to have to save Andor here. I don't even know how they're going to... I don't even know if escape is a possibility. They seem to have everything so controlled. But now that Andy Serkis' character knows what's going on, he's definitely going to be helping Andor try to form a plan to escape, I guess. And then we also found out that Vel is Mon Mothma's cousin. And she's a rich girl. So she's got a whole different background than Andor. Definitely not the background I imagined when we first met her. And the ISB are inching ever closer to finding Andor. Now they've got a whole new scheme with killing this guy they've got. I'm not really sure what was going on there. You know, at first I really liked this girl we've got working at the ISB, but after this episode, she's just a little too evil for my taste. And I'm not really sure what's going on with her and the corporal guy. I still don't know what his damn name is. I really need to get these names learned. But yeah, her and the corporal guy, I feel like he's some weird incel. I don't really know what's going on with him. His obsession with Andor has now turned into an obsession with her. I don't know, I feel like at some point he's going to turn against the Empire. Not because he wants to do the right thing, but just because he's been shat on too many times and he just can't take it anymore. Well, until next time, thank you for watching, you guys, and may the Force be with you.